You are now tuning into the Clean Version Show. Hello, everyone. This time my audio is on point and it was checked thoroughly before we started. I also changed the SD card in this camera because the last one I had was only 32 gigabytes and I already had a lot of stuff on there. And I'm a go big or go home kind of person. That SD card was from the camera rental. I typically do use mine, which is 64, double that. And yeah, but anyways, so I am still wearing the same outfit. It is a new day. I woke up and got myself prepared to do this again, and I wasn't sure if I was going to re-record what I did yesterday, but everything was very natural yesterday, and I do think that there's some gems out there, so I'm not going to try to regurgitate, if that's the word, everything from yesterday, but I figured I would shoot another episode. This is my second solo, and it's a day after the other. It feels very crazy for me, but nonetheless, I'm proud of myself for putting myself out there and getting in the practice and habit of things, as far as being able to talk without a guest. So, what can we dive into today? Where are we? Today is Tuesday. It's May 17th. I have no idea when this episode will drop, but just know it will. I guess I will recap a little bit about the content that has been created over the last week. So I rented this camera. I really like doing that often. I typically do it for projects where I'm working with clients, but I wanted to do it for myself. I do have a camera, but it is a really older model, so the photos are still great. It's just video quality is not the same, and you see me in HD. My good friend Sunny, not Sunny, excuse me, Sunny is his friend, Hamza, he's part of the Sony Alpha family, and he put me on to some of the Sony equipment, and so did Jacoby. So I've been really enjoying the colors in the Sony cameras. So I rented the camera. We had a few hiccups, but we don't have to discuss those. But I am very grateful to Rent-A-Glass because they really do have a great service out here in Overland Park if you're out here. These are not sponsored promos, by the way. This is just me genuinely happy with the things that I got and I'm working with. So, first day, first night. Okay, here's this story, guys. Oh my God. So if you're in the Kansas City area, you've noticed that a lot of light bulbs have turned purple, violet purple. And it's so trippy. It's so beautiful. And I was so confused. Like, why is this happening? Why is this everywhere? What's the rhyme or reason? So I looked it up. I don't know how many people out there did that, but I did. And so whoever provided these light bulbs, whatever chemical thing is happening when they expire, quote unquote, they'll turn this color. And I thought to myself, this is like such a great opportunity for creative work because it just changes the whole ambiance in the street. Excuse me, had to burp. Just had breakfast. Very full, very happy. So I kept on saying how I wanted to shoot that stuff, but I never really made any efforts in bringing that to life. And so now that I had the camera, I was like, you know what? If I'm not going to do it tonight, it's not going to get done. And bless Collis, he really cares about his sleep, but he was willing to compromise it a little bit to help me out. And yeah, I got ready. We got in the car. I had no idea what I'd be shooting. We were just going to like go with it. So we drove over to like Olathe area because I didn't want to go all the way downtown. And we found this just like street that had the lights on both sides and everything else wasn't. And so yeah, I had a lot of fun shooting that. I'm working on it right now, and it's gotten me inspired to work on some audio production for that video as well. So there's some gems happening from day one. Then day two, I shot. Let me crank my gears. What did I shoot day two? I don't remember, guys, but it'll come back to me. Day three, my good friend Musad was visiting from Saudi Arabia, little prince of overseas, and he's modeled for the brand before. If you look through the website shop, you'll definitely see his face. He's awesome. And I had 3 looks that I finessed into shooting him with, and they came out stunning. Like, oh my God. I mean, I haven't even edited anything. I just sorted my folders, and I'm in awe. I'm really excited for that. So we featured the BF duffel bag, the Blue Faces duffel bag, shot him with the bills, and shot him with a sample that, if you heard my last episode, I mentioned I didn't like. Actually, the hoodie that he had came out okay with the embroidery, but the hoodie set that I got for me, which was literally the same design aspect, did not come out well. And that's what I was emphasizing about annoyance. So we shot him, and then we took a few pictures of myself that day too, because I looked super cute. And then day 4, I think, is when I linked up with Jermaine again to reshoot our interview, because we have a special video coming up. Look out for that. It's part of the Blue Faces project. When we recorded the interview, it was back in August of last year, and we were here in my compound, but I didn't have all of this equipment. I didn't have my podcasting gear. I just had my phone, my 12 Max Pro that gets that good quality. And so the video footage was really stunning, but the audio was not it at all. So in the middle of, I rarely outsource video editors, but I am right now. Shout out to Danny. He's a gem. So he was like, "Boss, I tried, like, this is not," and I'm like, "Oh, I fucking believe you. Like, this is just like iPhone, and the AC is blasting, and the AC is blasting right now, but I got my mic, so you hear my velvety voice. You don't hear the, you know." So I was like, "Jermaine, this is time sensitive. Like, please, if you can find any availability, I will come to you. Like, just," and so we re-recorded it with this beautiful camera and got the audio on point. So I'm looking forward to going through that rough draft video, and hopefully getting a final for you guys the end of this week, God willing. So we'll see. And then I think I had one day where I didn't shoot. I don't know what happened, and I was like getting down on myself, but it's totally okay. Plus, I got an extra day extension for the camera. I'll be returning it today. And then last night I shot I shot the other samples here in the compound. And today I'm shooting another podcast episode. I mean, this is insane, guys. Like, let's breathe. Let's, like, woosah. Either way, I've just been really working on delegating myself and delegating my projects and making sure that everything is coming out, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for one person, and whether you're managing or doing it yourself, it's still work. You have to be on top of your shit, and that includes eating well and sleeping. And I'm a person that sometimes forgets to eat. I'm not proud of it, but I did eat just now. I told you guys. So, you know, it's these little things that, like, really change the productivity, and not to be a human that just produces, but to say that, like, if I want to get my shit done today, I need to also take care of myself, however that looks like. So it was an intense week for myself. We did go out a lot, and that had me, whew, it was like a lot of socializing, but I was happy to be out and connecting with new people and reconnecting with old friends, and just kind of feeling this like amp up of kind of, what do you call it? Pushing the project again. Now that Blue Faces is coming up on 1 year, I think it's important to, make sure that people don't forget me and don't forget the project. And we have this key element that's coming out, which is the behind the scenes to the dance choreography. So if you haven't watched the music video yet, please do. If you haven't learned the dance yet, please do, because I think that there's some magic there, and I would love to see plenty of people doing the choreography, because we had so much fun creating it. And yeah, good things for Blue Faces. Some of the designs, I don't think I designed any new Blue Faces merch. There's a swimsuit I designed, actually. I need to order a sample. But besides that, just trying to push more clean version merch, especially since we've been doing the podcast more and have been here. And, clean version is everything to me. I don't think that's something that's ever going to stop. So looking forward to seeing what these next episodes unravel. It almost feels like being a newscaster in a way, like I'm sitting here, it's like, what's new since we've last been here? We've covered some things about my past, a little bit about my upbringing and my project, and I think we can dive into some of the projects more in depth, but I also don't want to bore you, unless you have specific questions. But they're pretty like in depth, and there's substance to these projects, and that's why I feel like they can still be spoken about. These are like timeless pieces, and so that's that. And besides that, I think it is also good for me to have a channel to connect with you guys and talk. So I'm here now in Kansas City, and I will return the camera today after I'm actually going to take some other creative things that I'm not going to share with you guys. And yeah, run some errands, have a day. Oosa. And I was making fun of myself before I got on camera. I was like, I can talk to myself all day, but sometimes when I get behind this mic, not the recording mic, this mic, I get all like, and it's not that I'm nervous. I think it's like, I don't know. Anyways, I don't think we need to prolong this any longer. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. And like always, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sticking around. Share this shit. I love you guys, and have a good day. Should've